Hi watercolor students. I wanted to go over the measurements of our first project. We're going to be setting up the palette together. It's a pretty complex project. Once everybody has their blank empty palette and the 4 tubes of required paint, and extra yellow always, we're going to be setting up the palette. It's about mixing the primaries with no water, which is the only time we do that. And I'm also going to demonstrate how to actually fill in properly the wheel. And we're going to do some scales as well. But just for now, I wanted to show you real quick the measurements and also the technique. You may be watching this video in different order because I haven't done the setup yet for the actual palette. Palette and the paper are the most expensive items in watercolor. The paint itself is not that bad, and the brushes you can get away with pretty reasonable ones for now. Down the line you'll want to start collecting really nice ones. You'll have angled ones, flat ones, round ones, big ones, small ones. I tried to get a variety in there. We don't use the round very much. That's more for lines. So in this project, we're going to be using flat brushes only. And we're going to create a very soft, pale wheel. The goal being exact same saturation in every circle. This project usually has bad results. And don't worry about that. It's the first one. It's the one we look back on at the end of the semester and laugh about because it's really hard to manipulate watercolor because you don't know what the brush does, how much water it holds, how to avoid puddles, how to avoid streaks, whether it should be drier, wetter, you know. And mostly the mistake people make is they don't ever get the light enough saturation. Watercolor is a delicate medium. It's meant to be transparent, like you're looking through a pale piece of glass onto the paper. That's the first mistake new painters make. The second one, and everyone makes this, even great painters, terrible mistake is not leaving the white of the paper strategically. In every painting, the general goal is to leave at least a quarter to a third of the paper white. Once you lose the paper, you lose it all, really, and then you have an overworked painting. That's why you see so many different types of paper, different textures, different types of white that really show through. Anyway, we'll get to all that. I just wanted to let you know these measurements for half of your board. I'll also attach, because we use the same wheel from my color theory class, I'll include that video in your module too so you can see the setup. But basically the weird part is over here the measurement is not in the middle, and also over here. So once you divide a 10 by 15 area and split it half and half, these are different. These are 3/4 inch to put the dot and 4.5 to put the dot. But I don't need to go into that because, you know, it's already there in the other video.